I'd like to call the meeting to order and welcome any public members that join us. We're happy to have anybody who wants to attend. I'd like to ask if there are any public comments that you'd like to address at this time. Great. Anna? No? Okay, good. All right. The approval of the minutes, but before I do, I want to apologize for the fact that we started late for the last meeting, and many of the public members, perhaps, who had wanted to attend thought it was over or didn't attend, and so I wanted to speak to the minutes, and one piece of the minutes that I think it's important that we let that have out before we get started with the rest of the meeting. And it has to do with the executive session and the fact that we had a vote that was presented by Commissioner Harper to move that the district extend the employment contract for Chief Carlton to 2035. The motion was seconded by Commissioner Newman, and it was passed. So that is in the minutes, and I want to make sure that everybody is aware that we made this change last time. So now I would like to entertain a motion for approval of the session of the minutes as they are written.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes as written.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I second the motion.
Good. Are there any comments that either commissioner would like to make about the minutes? Hearing none, I will assume that they are accepted. Patty, are you ready for the report? The financial? Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone.
We're glad to have you.
Today we have July warrants that total $20,289.86. The total for payroll is $18,025.83. This includes Chief Carlton's salary of $5,278.50 and Chief Shield's pay of $3,083.33. There was one event for each of the commissioners and the secretary, and the total payout for yours, including the warrants, is $10,161. And I believe you have the June financial statements that have been handed out for your review. So today I'm requesting a motion to approve the warrants and payroll for July as presented.
Do I have a motion?
Yes, I move that the July warrants totaling $20,289.86 and the payroll of $18,025.83 be approved as stated.
Are there any questions?
I second that.
Okay. The motion that has been moved and seconded that we have made the payroll for July, or for June, I'm sorry. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion is passed. Okay,
Yes.
Patty?
And then just to recap for the 2020 budget remaining, as of June 30th, we currently have 59% left of the budget, and that's compared to 59.03 as of June 30th, 2019.
Pretty good.
Yeah, and also I want to make the commissioners aware that we are preparing the financial records for the 2016 through 2019 audit that will commence we're scheduled for August 7th. So I'll be getting the records that are up at Point Roberts and delivering those to the Bellingham audit office. They will review them, and then we will start sometime in August. So they may contact you just to touch base with you or send you an email to make you aware that we are in the midst of our audit.
Is there anything that we need to do during that time?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No?
Okay. And how long does the audit usually take? Oh, sorry.
Usually, I think a couple of weeks, but they may spread it out over time. So I would imagine, I don't know if it's 2 weeks consecutively or not, but sometime in the month of August, I imagine we would be wrapped up towards the latter part of
The auditors
August.
actually come and visit our facility?
They do not. No, they would if we requested them to, but we pay for that also. So it's very convenient. We drop off our financial records there. They have them in hand. They can peruse them and review them since they have them there. And then they either correspond with us, meaning chief or myself or commissioners if they have questions via email or telephone. And once the audit wraps up, then we will go and pick up our records, file them away, and we'll be good for another 3 years. Generally, we get audited every 3 years, but they contacted us a couple years ago and asked if we wanted to do a 2-year, then get back on the 3-year cycle, or do a 4-year and back on the 3-year cycle. So I thought, well, we'll just so.
Yeah.
Linda?
Oh, you're muted, Linda.
Thank you, Patty. Did you say that we're doing 2016 to 2018, a 2-year audit?
2016 through 2019, so for those 4 years.
That's okay, that's what I heard. That's why I was, thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions of Patty? Any further items to discuss, Patty?
That is all I have.
Okay, we're ready for correspondence. Chief, do you have correspondence?
There is no correspondence for this month.
Okay. And we'll have the chief's report then.
Okay, so for July's meeting for June, points of interest, Patty has already mentioned the audit for 2016 through 2019. As of last weekend, we've done 400 plus community COVID testing with no positive results of any of the testing that we've done. We have no reports for any of the apparatus. Our roster is 42 members, consisting of 24 Canadians, 10 Point Roberts people, and 8. 5 of those are paramedics, 8 EMTs, which 5 of those are advanced EMTs, 3 ambassadors, and 34 firefighters. Total volunteer hours for June were 2,165. If everybody was getting paid, volunteer payroll would be 12,410. Chief Carlton had 160 hours. I had 146.5 for a total of 306.5. We had a total of 21 calls, 9 EMS calls, which we transported 3 to St. Joe's, 1 went airlift, 5 no transports. We had 6 CARES visits and 2 public assists. We had 4 fire classifications, 1 permitted burn, 1 false alarm, 1 power line down, and 1 hazmat. And that is the end of the chief's report.
What was that?
Sorry?
What was the hazmat?
We had a propane leak down in Boundary Bay.
Any questions of Chief Shields? Okay, moving on. New business? Any new business? Well, that's not very active here today. I would really like to repeat again the community's thanks to Chief Carlton for continuing to create the opportunity for anyone without a doctor's order to have a COVID test and cooperate with the clinic so that we're doing it very legally and making it available to anyone who wishes. So I think this is a real service to the community and relief to a lot of people who travel a little bit or not at all, but have people who come and cause them to feel somewhat anxious, and we can relieve a lot of that. And we have enough stress, we don't need to add more. So I think that needs to be really publicized to everyone. Any other comments?
Yeah, do you have any idea what percentage of the people at Point Roberts have been tested that actually are here?
Well, difficult because we don't know how many people are here, but we've done over 400. I think probably when all of them are added up right now, we're about at maybe 415 or so. And we'll be doing them again on Sunday. We do them either every Saturday. And I think people are feeling really comfortable to do it, but we don't have a clue how many are here now. You know, a lot of people who normally would be here are not here, so we don't know what the population is.
You think the border might know? No. We let them in, and,
Well, yes, but how many people are residents here who don't move back and forth across the border? I don't know how we would do that. If anybody has an idea, well, share it. I think it's pretty
Isn't
fun.
the standard population around 1,400?
Well,
The general full-time population?
you know, I can't answer that because yeah, that's the idea that we have. But are those people who are here in the summertime or they're residents, but are they here all the time?
Hard to take a percentage.
Yeah. And how many of these are kids that are not being tested very much? Although we have quite a, well, not a large number, but probably 20 kids or teens and smaller kids. So the smallest I've done is a 4-year-old who didn't like it at all.
I think the simplest way is to find out what the current water usage count is by households, and then multiply it by the number of people that show up in the U.S. Census. So I think last time we did that was like 12 or 1,300. That was November.
That's an idea. The only thing is my neighbors have sprinklers that run all the time, and they haven't been here since June. I guess there's not really a good way of knowing it, except that we're happy we have that many people who are interested in staying healthy.
One of the things I find interesting is talking to other people, and they talk about how many people that they see that they had that live in Point Roberts that they had no idea lived here.
They had no idea what?
That they lived here.
Oh.
Like if you talk to Diane at the marketplace, she says she's seen people that she's never seen before in their permanent residence.
Huh. Well, we have a very unusual community in many ways. And it's great. Any other comments? If not, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
I mentioned that we adjourn this meeting.
I second that motion.
Okay, I will call us adjourned at 16:50.